I am at the Seattle Kraken Iceplex. It's my first time here, and it's because today is the Kraken's first official day of training camp. I'm about to take my first trip down near the ice, and I think a lot of people are pretty excited about this. There are some fans who are here as well, and they're definitely very excited to have their first chance to see the Kraken. So let's take ours. Okay, here we go. You can see the glass already has some scuff marks, which means things have gotten a little rough. Shocking in ice hockey, I know.
Yeah. last year in Florida, so he's a heck of a player, and we're lucky to have him. When I saw we picked him up, it was one of those relief moments that you don't have to play against him anymore. He's on your side, so I think looks like he's ahead of schedule with his rehab, so things are looking good for him.
What's it like trying to get to know everyone's tendencies? Talking people further about how you build chemistry with you, what's it like, especially as a goalie there? Is it more about looking at tendencies, systems? How would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have two different aspects, right? Like as a goalie, trying to figure out where everyone shoots in practice, so that's still work in progress. But no, once we start doing the drills and I get a little bit more chemistry with my D, we'll have a little bit more communication. We'll figure out kind of how to do that efficiently, and that happens with time. So this is good. It's a great day one, and we'll keep building from here.
Nothing like being at the ground floor of an organization, expansion, everything's the first.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, it's one of the reasons I signed here. So it's a lot of fun coming to a brand new city. The inaugural season, there's tons of excitement around. Everyone's excited in the room. The fans are pumped up. The city just seems like it's on fire with Kraken hockey. So I think we're going to build off that energy and take it into this season.
How is that chemistry so far?
Good, really good. I mean, everyone's trying to get to know each other, but we're all kind of in the same situation. There's no group of guys that's been on the team for 5 years, and there's not any new guys coming in to break into that. We're kind of all starting from scratch, so it's good. Everyone can kind of be themselves and show what they can do.
What's the most important core value about being an ideal teammate in this franchise?
That's a good question. I think just it sounds like this team's been built, and it seems, from what I've seen as well, and from what Ron has kind of mentioned at the beginning, is just character people and guys that are going to be gritty and know how to win and play the right way. So, it sounds like this team was built kind of from the ground up with guys' character in mind, and I think that's kind of the theme we're going to take forward, throughout the franchise and in the season.
Anybody shocked? What's your most surprise
Today? That's a good question. A couple guys got some sneaky good shots. Some of the D-men can shoot it. Fleury's got a good shot. Dunner's got a bit of bit of meat behind that shot. So a lot of good shots out there, but I'm trying to figure them out one skate at a time.
You switched from Grogu to Davy Jones. That's a bit of a heel turn.
Yeah, he's still on the back there though, Grogu. He just seems like a good guy to have in my corner. Things real well when he's on my last first time, so I thought I'd keep him around.
How much of the technical stuff
Yeah, it's just like those are great for timing. Like you have the guys, everyone's out there at the NHL level. When you're skating in the summer, doing more goalie-oriented skates, more technique, footwork stuff, but you don't really get the timing of the reading the releases and stuff like that in the game situation. So those skates are huge. It's just nice to get in a little bit early and kind of get settled in the city. Get settled into my apartment and just kind of feel comfortable going into town.
The night experience in practice, big year that you're going into the season, basically a week later, it's signed. I guess how is this partnership between you two? What was your reaction when it was signed?
Yeah, I mean, going in, it kind of looked like we had a little bit of a lack of experience in the goaltending position, so I kind of figured that there might be another move made. But I mean, that's all just speculation for me at that point. I just kind of rolled the punches and don't worry about that and worry about my game. So, I mean, I'm pretty confident in our goaltending situation right now. Meeting Ruby for the first couple times, he's an awesome guy. We're going to have a great relationship, and I like to always kind of collaborate with my goalie partners and make sure that we're both going at the best possible level that we can. I mean, my mindset is if we're both playing well, team's going to play well, it's going to benefit everyone in the long run. So, I'm excited to work with him and learn from him. He's got a little bit more experience than I do, and I think it's going to be exciting.
How are your styles similar?
Yeah, Groovy's and my styles, there's definitely some similarities there. He plays very narrow, which I like a lot. It's one of the kind of the adjustments that I've made in my game rather than being wide, and I find it can be a little bit cumbersome. I find I'm a little quicker when I'm narrow, and then he's kind of the poster boy for the narrow stance, and he's made it work incredibly well and had tons of success with that. So he's a dynamic goalie. He's really consistent, and that's kind of how I kind of want to play my game as well. And I think we'll have a good good dynamic this year.
So if you think about what that combination would be, what was like playing with this right now? When it comes to this top six, the three you can do a lot.
No, it's great. I mean, I feel like to have the Swedish chemistry going as well, it's a lot of fun. Be out there talking to the Swedish helps. And I mean, first day of camp, a lot of hard working and just getting into it. But so far, it's been great. And like you said, it's two really good players I have to play with. So I'm just excited for the opportunity.
So when you look at kind of your situation here, and you're a guy that, especially beyond his absence, a lot's going to be expected when you third down. How do you try to coaches coming in and, well, yes, you're top six guys. There's a possibility if it's when you're a Jared for maybe who's that first line center looking out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Johnny is out right now, and for Sanders is a spot to fill right there. And for me, I'm just going to take that opportunity to make the best out of it. I'm super excited. I mean, to be a part of there and this whole organization to come in, have I mean, it's a fresh start for everyone. So for me to go in, show the coaches what I can do, and enjoy what I can.
What's the mean to wear these team colors first day of practice?
Well, it's amazing. Like I said, we've been around skating, but now to finally get the first day of camp, and like you said, put the jerseys on, you see the coaches out there. It's just a great feeling, and I bet if you watch the practice, there's a lot of smiles. Even though it's hard working, I feel like everyone's just so excited, and I mean, just to see people here watching us as well, it's been a blast so far to start us off.
What was the message that the coaching staff delivered to you guys before you took the ice about what they want to see from the team?
I mean, right now, it's like you said, it's all new, but I feel what we got to do with the group's going to come together. Right now, we have a brand new system. No one's been here before, so we have to go through that. So I think the message right there is this is the way we want to play. But we're going to be a team that's relentless to play. We're going to play hard. We're going to skate a lot, and I feel like that shows in practice. That we're going to use our speed. So I think the message for them was that everyone's going to chip in and do their part, and I feel like everyone's on the ice today really showed out there.
What were the first impressions of Yanni? Maybe you guys were super familiar. But what do you think about it? Also, did you guys get a chance to skate together in sort of practice skate, or was today the first time you guys were really working together?
Well, he's been around. He's been doing a hell of a job getting back here. Obviously, I don't know how long until he's 100%, but I mean, you look at him now, you see how excited he is to be back. I mean, like he's looking great out there, and I mean, time will tell. But it's great to see him out skating with us. He's a part of the team. It's great to have him, and like I said, even first day of camp, he's already skating like he's ready to go in a second. You know?
We've been hearing a lot about how this team was built on paper as far as the culture of the people coming in. After one day of training camp, what would you say? Like, how would you personify all of the players and what it means to be a member of this team, this young Kraken?
No, I think right now every guy that's on the team, the locker room, it's a great couple of guys, and you see everyone's coming in new, and everyone's excited to meet each other. Everyone having a smile on their face, and it shows that the culture is going to be that type of the guys in the locker room. And obviously, we've been skating in the captain skate. You've been seeing a lot of familiar faces, but now to really get the full team, get your line mates and all that, it just makes it a lot better. So I feel like everyone right now, we're excited to start camp, but I can't wait to start the first game of the season and feel like that.
Have you adjusted to the area yet? Are you settled in?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been here almost 4 weeks. I finally finding my ways around a little bit more, and I know this facility for right now. So it's glad to see that the coach and all are coming in. So it feels like we're really, all of us in the team right now really feel like we fit into the city. And like I said, everyone that we met has been so friendly and nice. It's good to see that the city is really breathing hockey here. So.
What were your first impressions of the practice that Coach had all around today?
There's a lot of familiar drills that you know, but like I said, there's a lot of speed, a lot of we're talking about the way we want to play. So I feel like there was no point of holding back and trying to just ease into it. It was just full gas, and I like the mindset. It's just the way we want to play, and the coach will come in and tell us what we're going to do, and everyone follows. I think that's a great start.
Did any individual players stand out to you that maybe caught you by surprise with their play?
I mean, you've been seeing a lot of skating right now, but obviously it's the first day of camp. It's not like anyone's going to stick out and be like, hey, this guy's dominant. But right now you're focusing on your game and what you can do, and hopefully that's what matters right now. But as long as we're going to get into it more, you find the system and you're finding when you're coming into the games, I feel like a lot of guys can stick out more and more and show what they got. Thank you guys.
How's everybody doing?
Good, you?
Let's go to here. We saw Yanni taking some reps on a random contract. So, what was your thoughts on how he performed? Kind of, what is the list? Is he still on track for maybe a little bit later in October, November, or what is the thought?
I don't have a timeline for him right now. He's on his return to play protocol. It's good to see him out there with the group. Obviously limited, right? But it's nice to have him out there on day one of camp, even if it's in a limited sense.
Dave, what was the message you delivered to the guys before they took the ice about what you expect from them as far as training camp tempo goes, as far as what you want to see?
There's a balance, especially on day one. There's a balance. We have to take advantage of every day and get as much detail in as we can. We have to build our systems from the ground up. But really, on day one, as big a piece, or maybe a bigger piece, is just getting out and making sure that we're at the right competitive level, playing with pace, and pushing one another on day one of camp.
So, is the bag skate part of that, or is that a conditioning thing maybe when you early on, or is that?
That was just the skate at the end of today was just that was today's conditioning. We have to build one day at a time, and camp goes by awful quick. I believe our group as a whole came in pretty good condition. Now we take that to the ice and build from day one. So that was just a regular day one conditioning at the end of practice.
After getting this job 3 months ago, what was the best part about putting on that tracksuit, finally getting out there?
This was the day that I had circled on my calendar. I'll be honest with you. I asked about it a couple of times. Obviously, the first game, the home opener, those things are looming in the future and are really exciting to look forward to. But this is the date that I believe our entire staff, and for sure, I think if you ask the players, probably similar answer would be they've had this date circled for a long time to get on the ice and get going.
Where were you guys?
It wasn't light out for a little while. But I wasn't first at the rink, I can tell you that. I think everybody was here early, everybody was excited to get going, and overall it was a good first day for everybody to get under their belts.
You remember when read too much in the lines and the combos the first day? Do you want to get that stuff sorted out soon so they have a chance to build chemistry just because they haven't played together before?
Yes, there's a balance. We've only got a certain amount of time, so what we like to do is put some combinations together and see what that chemistry looks like. In order to see that, you have to give it 2 or 3 days to build together, possibly even leave it together through one exhibition game, and then we have the opportunity to look at a different combination. So we just want to make sure that everything we're doing has some sense and reason to it, so that we're not all over the map with our combinations, because there's just not enough time to try too many different things. So some of the combinations that we saw today that had good days, showed a little bit of chemistry and worked well together.
How much do you shuffle in season? I know there's some coaches out there that won't let a line go a period if they're not doing well. Are you somebody that gives it time, or do you like to mix it up right away?
It depends on the group, depends on your team and the personnel. One of the important things that I believe for players, they do need an opportunity to build chemistry and to play through some rough patches. And the good players that do have chemistry are able to do that, so they're able to get through some rough patches. There are those times where the best thing for a line or for a D pair is just to have a little change, right? Breathe a little new life into it. So try to read that one situation at a time.
Can you give us just a general overview of how you expect camp to play out now? And obviously today it seemed to be up tempo, a lot of just get in, shoot on the goalie, kinds of familiar drills for players. How did things get layered on now moving forward?
Well, we built in 4 or 5 different pieces of our systems today. The baseline parts of our forecheck, of our D-zone coverage, of some transition and entries. We put baseline pieces in those. We'll build on those as we go throughout camp. And obviously there's several other areas in our systems that we have to get to. So you can't do everything all in one day. We really wanted to make sure that we just took 1 or 2 pieces of some of our key areas and just try to get those in today, along with making sure that we establish the competitive side and the pace side of camp. Things are going to happen quick. We play an exhibition game in 2 or 3 days, so we're going to have a combination of building our systems through our practices as well as through game action once we get to our exhibition games.
What did the last week for you and your staff look like? We know that the players have been hitting the ice, but what were some of the things that you got ready, that you and your staff did to get ready for today?
They won't let us on the ice in the last week, so we haven't been on the ice. But just really going through the finer details. That's pretty standard. When you get to this time, you've made practice plans over and over. You've looked at different combinations. To answer your question, we probably spent the last week going over things one time too many. But that's also preparation. We feel like we had a good day today, so our staff, those guys have worked extremely hard to make sure that they're prepared and that our entire staff is prepared with good detail for the players.
You have a lot of roster decisions to make, both up front and D.
I believe we do.
Is it more practice or the games or the combination? How do you kind of
It's a combination of the two. We have good competition, and that was one of the main things that I took out of today is I like the competitive level. There's some players that I haven't been on the ice with before, so in order to be on the ice and see what they do up close is really important. And I thought there was a lot of guys out there that went out, did a good job, competed well, and had good detail to their game. And so that leads to the fact that there should be some good competition in these positions.
Do you notice Colin Markle over the ice? Is there an update on him?
Yeah, he's day to day with Lola.
One more question about Yanni. Thinking back, a month or two ago, are you at all surprised to see that he's at a point where he's skating with the team at this point?
I wouldn't use the word surprised. Every player is a little bit different in the way they come back off of an injury. There's a protocol in place for Yanni, and he's an extremely hardworking player, very dedicated individual, and he's going to continue doing everything he can day by day to be on that timeline.
What sort of opportunity does a guy like him has to really kind of have a really person in the lineup, really combination? Also, just curious, is he good at collegiate? Is he a guy who's good at Colorado or talk to the year?
Right, yeah, I've known Mason's game for a long time. I remember him playing as a 15, 16 year old, and he's still back in North Dakota, if I recall correctly. And his situation is like everybody else's. Bit of a cliche. It's a clean slate. It's an open opportunity, right, for everybody. But there's truth to that. Today's the first day that I've been on. He's my first day that I've ever been on the ice with Mason. I thought he had an excellent day, and that's the beauty of this situation and scenario for everybody. There truly is a clean slate, and today was a great day for first impressions for all of us.
Every player we've talked to today has mentioned grit, relentless, hardworking, is quite good characteristics that they want this team to be. Can you coach something like that, or do you know how to do that?
Well, I think it becomes ingrained in your culture. That's one of the human characteristics and traits. Those traits are things that can be brought out of each and every individual and improved. You might not be able to take it from a low bar to the highest bar, but you can be inspired by your teammates and by that atmosphere that's in the dressing room.
Is that what you want to?
100%. Those are baseline, foundational building blocks. Along with skill and intelligence, those are things you have to have within a good hockey team.
Do you have any idea how you're going to deploy your goaltenders in preseason? How many minutes you're trying to get to Bauer and Krieger, for example?
A little bit early yet to designate it. I wanted to get through the first couple of days of camp, but we've mapped out a schedule for them. Each individual athlete is different in the way they like to prepare, and it's ideal for them, so we'll take that into account. But we'll build it around what we feel is best to prepare those guys for the start of the regular season. But we haven't designated it as of yet.
Coach, how do you like the facility? They giving you everything you need?
Oh, it's awesome. I hope it's as good on your side as it is for us. It was awesome today. Stands are full when we come out. It's a great feeling. The players really enjoyed that, and just top to bottom. The facility is absolutely first class.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Well, I'm sorry, we put the same question to Dave. With Yanni Gord, I mean, what can you say about his situation, his stats? I know Dave said he's not returning to play, but like, is he ahead of schedule, on schedule, or how would you assess him?
I would say he's definitely ahead of schedule. As we're finding out, he's a guy that's tough to hold back. But he's really worked hard and rehabbed hard, so it's exciting to see him on the ice today.
And so with him being ahead, with him being ahead of schedule, I mean, you feel comfortable saying you expect him to be back earlier, or do you expect the same timeline, or what are you expecting?
Well, I think in the summertime, I was thinking probably early December, so I'm expecting earlier than that.
What did you expect to see from the team when they went out there today, and did you see what you expected? What were you looking for as far as?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's the first day of camp, right? They're excited to go, but it's a new group. Dave and his staff are installing a new system, so there's some things that go through that. But overall, I thought it was good. I thought they competed hard, and there's some good energy in the place. I think they're all excited to be out there. For me, it's been a long journey to get to this point, so to see him actually on the ice and having players out there play was really exciting.
How important are those folks upstairs to get this place built, get this team on the ice with you?
Yeah, it was incredible. It wasn't just we're building this facility, we're building another place downtown. We're looking at building one in Palm Springs. There's a lot of things going on, but we've got a lot of great people who have chipped in a lot of different areas to get to this point. It's been a solid team effort for sure.
Ron, what were you curious to watch in Virginia specifically?
No, I mean you're just watching different guys, trying to get to know them. When you watch them on film, you watch them live the last little bit, so now you have them in your barn and you're watching details and stuff. I don't put a lot of emphasis on day one of training camp, but we'll see as we go along here, the exhibition games start to happen, sort of how things are going to follow up from there. But overall, very pleased with where we're at.
After spending so long team building, what's it like to switch to now actual hockey? Just that exciting for you?
It is too, and I mean this is a big part of the team building concept. Right? You see guys out there that have been in this league for a long time. You see how hard they work. You see even though it's a practice, they're not taking it easy or battling hard, and that's the kind of sort of effort we want. Right? We want to be a competitive team that competes hard every year for our fans, and it's great to see that that started in practice.
Ron, a lot of fans in the stands today. What can you tell them at this point they should expect when the team hits the ice for these exhibition games and beyond?
Well, I mean, I think early you're kind of juggling your lineup. We're still trying to see who we have and stuff, but the one thing we ask our guys to do is we establish sort of our identity and our culture is we want to be a competitive team each and every night. So when they come to the rink, we'll be proud of the effort our guys put out.
And since you mentioned Palm Springs, what can you tell us about the progress with the Palm Desert setup?
Last I heard, it's moving good. So we should be opening up season there in 22-23 with our team in Palm Springs.
Ron, where are you guys with vaccination?
I've had a couple guys ask me that, and I kind of didn't answer it. I have had conversation with the league, and they're fine with me commenting on that. So we are on the same page.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.